What's up, people? Casual Talk here. Shout out goes to Big Mac for bringing this up on my last video involving how the future is going to be headed to the rich versus the poor. He brought up the California wildfire, and I have been seeing a lot of news lately, especially at work, about how much Los Angeles, and I think it's also parts in Chicago as well, how much homes has been destroyed, vaporized, and just capiche, like gone because of the wildfires. See, nature can't be stopped because God created nature. And if you look back to the Bible even speaks on stuff like this that could possibly happen. So, isn't Bible prophecy being fulfilled? You know, a lot of people in society, they could hold on to their possessions, their materialistic things, and their money for so long, but at the end of the day, once we're gone, that's it. I'm now to the point where I'm less stressed about owning or having some of the things that I really want. Like, if I know I can't have something, I can't have it. I'm not gonna act like a brat about it. I'm not gonna act like a child. I'm not gonna say woe is me. I'm not gonna victimize myself, play the victim. I'm not doing none of that. See, if the California wildfires and the homes being burned down, the hundreds and the thousands of homes, especially the dozens of people that lost their lives within those homes, I don't know what else is going to wake you up. See, climate change cannot be stopped. People could say all they want, oh, the Illuminati, it was planned. My belief, from what I see, God is the author of nature. Whatever he says goes is going to go. So it's unfortunate that so many thousands of people that lost their lives, and there's people that lost their homes, and there's a lot of people that are currently homeless. Yes, the agenda could also take advantage of this, because you now have realtors competing against each other. They're now increasing the demand on prices for homes, single family homes, because there's a lot of families that are homeless right now, desperately looking for another home to rent after losing the one that they were renting in a wildfire, or people that owned a home and they lost a home due to the wildfire. And you also hear house insurances, home insurances, all of a sudden, majority of them canceled all fire insurances. Isn't that something? Because they knew how much money that they would have to come out of pocket. Even the mayor of California, I don't even know if this woman was a mayor of California or government, I don't know. One of those people in power in politics, right? I forgot the woman's name. One of the news reporters was interviewing her, and she got quiet when they asked her, why did you allow the cancellation for fire insurance on homes? She did not say nothing. She didn't say nothing. So there's not only people that are innocent that are homeless right now, but there are those who don't get nothing back in return. So it's like you paid all that insurance for nothing. You paid so much more in premium because you're in a state where you're more likely to be caught up in a wildfire. Let's just keep it real. California is that state where you had to understand that this is one of the consequences that you could possibly face living in a state that's prone to wildfires. Now look, you don't get nothing back in return for the insurance that you were paying for. That's messed up, right? I call it capitalism. I call it greed. I call it just being dirty. That's being dirty. Could you imagine paying for a full premium just for something where it could be double the price, or it could be very expensive depending on where you live, depending on the home, depending on the county, the area. And the time when an emergency happens, that premium does not kick in. It gets canceled. So where's all your money at? Whose pockets is your money benefiting? People who are in politics, who are not even in politics, the insurance companies. The taxes goes to the government just for the government to turn around and not want to help nobody. It's catastrophic. It's messed up. The government or the mayor, the government may have their reasons to not want to help the people out, but it's crazy in California right now. See, California, for it to be such a well-off state where you can make a lot of money out there, you really can. The wages out there, especially for having a career, you could be very successful. I agree. But at the exact same time, just look at the problems that's going on in the state right now. See, people could say all they want about New York City. New York City, especially where I'm from, I never heard of a wildfire. Sure, it may be smaller than California. Sure, it may be tight. There's not much room to wiggle, move around. Sure, I get that. I get all the cons. I get it. But most of the time, the pros isn't always outweigh the cons. Okay? I said what I had to say about the city. Going down in water in 2050 or many years from now. But just to be realistic, the whole point on me just bringing this up is just to give some people a sense of just a reality check. So many of these social media influencers, these TikTok stars, they live in a gaga land when it comes down to cities, especially California. California is known for the Hollywood scene, the celebrities that's living there, Kim Kardashian. Ooh, who cares? If you don't got no place to go, why does it all matter? Why does it all matter? Who cares? Miami, Florida got its own problems as well. But you ever notice, every time when it comes down to these tropical states, you're most likely, or more than likely, to lose your home. You're more than likely to lose your home, or lose a lot in the process, especially if you're living in a fire prone area. And on top of that, this being in the news publicly for other people around the world and in different parts of the United States to see, this should give people a sense of a reality check. Like, I shouldn't be moving there. I don't want to move to California. Why is California so expensive? For all of this to happen, just for the government, just for the home insurance, the insurancers to turn around, turn off the fire insurance. What is the point? All these taxes people are busting their behind to pay for. What is the point? Why am I paying so much in taxes just for to get nothing back in return? Not to get rewarded with nothing, especially when I'm screwed. A lot of people worked hard for their money. A lot of people worked hard to pay off taxes. You have to pay their taxes, yes. To pay for their home insurances, yes, I get that. Those mortgage payments, property taxes, what was it all for? What was it all for? And I'm going to come out with a video about that, where what is the point in overworking yourself for things that won't really matter in the end of the day? We're all gonna die someday. I want to die of an old age. Thank God I made it to my early 30s. I'm not gonna take that away from God. But one thing I could agree is that if you go into the Bible, it speaks on the things that's going on in this world. And it's the Bible prophecy is being fulfilled. There will be war, chaos, havoc, people is gonna be suffering. It's like everybody's just looking for an answer. They're looking for a hero. They're looking for someone to take care of their problems. The only one who truly can is God. But someone could question me, why is God allowing this to happen? I wonder why. You have all these selfish, entitled people that does not really care about God until something bad happens to them. Why at the last minute? Why all of a sudden God matters when you're in havoc, when you're going through a crisis in life? God should matter to us every single day. That's my faith. It's like you have a relationship with Him. Because once we go, the afterlife after this, that's when we're going to meet God. What does it have to do with the wildfires? It got a lot to do with the wildfires. It got a lot to do with the wildfires. There's a lot of selfish, entitled brats that does not care about nobody else but themselves. There's a lot of greedy, rich people. Of course, there's a lot of people that are poor and don't got much. They could celebrate all these rich people losing all their homes. But if they got the money, they could end up just buying another one anyway. Renting another one anyway. It doesn't apply to everybody though. See, the California wildfires, I'm not a Californian. I don't live in California. But I got enough sense to understand that if I was in California right now, I wouldn't put myself in the position to live in an area where it's prone to wildfire, where I'm exposed to wildfire, where I could possibly be homeless tomorrow, the next day, or a few months from now. Why am I going to pay for that? And there was one point in time that I thought about moving to California with my family. Thank God that's out the window. Thank God that's out the window. Thank God I changed my mind. Sorry for the people that lost their homes, but maybe there should be a wake-up call for California to probably not be too expensive. Make some changes and adjustments. And hey, no matter how much changes anybody could do in this world, the future cannot be stopped. You can't stop the sun. You can't stop the moon. You can't stop nature. You can't never ever stop God. Nobody can stop God. Nobody can stop God. He's the greater hand. He's the ruler hand. He sees everything and He allows anything to go. I have my high regards and respects for God. People could think God is not real. That's your business. That's your problem. It doesn't stop the moon or the sun from shining. It doesn't stop the wildfires. It doesn't stop the earthquakes. The wars. It doesn't stop the drama. Why do you think not so long ago Bible sales has increased? All of a sudden, the sales on Bibles has increased because of crisis, the crisis moments like this, inflation rising, more people are becoming homeless. There's more chaos. The wildfire, people losing their homes. People are wanting to know what's going on, but they go back to the Bible. They go right back to the Bible. So I'm proving my point. You can't say I'm making this up. God is not made up. This stuff is real. This is the real world, yes, but once we die, All these possessions that we got, we don't own them. We don't own nothing. The home that I may buy in the future, if it ever comes to that point, I already know it's going to belong to somebody else. If the world does not pass away, that's only on God. That's only on God. That's not on me. That's not on anybody else. People should wake up and think about all this. Yes, you should take the time to question a lot of the things that is happening in real life. People need that reality check to actually make smarter decisions and smarter moves with their money, their spendings, and to think that, is this position worth it? Is this worth it? Should I really do it better? Like, I really should get to know God and look for Him for the answers. I want to make it. I want to survive. I want a better quality of life. And me personally, that's what I want. Anyway, I've accepted that all this materialistic possessions, all the nice fancy cars, I don't care for that stuff no more, man. I'm not having my heart be attached to these things, because at the end of the day, nobody cares. The car could explode. The phone could die out. Anything could happen, man. God forbid. I'm not trying to kill myself. I'm not. I'd rather be more wise with my decisions, my choices, where I go, where I want to move to, and take things from there. My condolences goes out to the people that lost their lives in California wildfire. But people saying that, hey, California is done, it looks like it. If it keeps going down this route, some changes needs to take place for it to survive, because I don't know how so many people in California is able to make it. I don't know how they're able to do it. Even the people that are poor, the people that are keeping up with the majority of the economy. I'm talking about your grocery workers, the people, the 9 to 5 people. I don't know how they're able to keep up with the economy, because where do they live? Where do you live? How are you making it out there? Having roommates could be the norm in the future, but should that be the goal? In my opinion, I'm not comfortable with that. All these diseases, all these people in the world, the thieves, you got to worry about people stealing from you, robbing you, living under somebody else's roof. One person may pay the rent one time and then they go ghost, and you left on your own. Some people are crazy. There's some people that are like that. People will leave you on red by yourself. Just being honest. Anyways, man, that's all I gotta say. I got nothing else to say about this. I mean, if anybody wants to add something to this, feel free to comment down below and let me know what you think. This is Casual Talk here. Peace out. Let me know what you think.